What's up everyone, and welcome to ZuluNet. Today we have a 2,000 point bloodbath between the mighty Space Wolves and the bloodthirsty forces of Khorne. Today we are playing the mission The Four Pillars out of Chapter Approved 2018. There are 4 objectives placed on the table, and both players can score victory points by killing more units than their opponent, or holding more objectives than the opponent at the end of the battle round. Only troops can hold the objectives, however, making our troop options a bit more strategically relevant. We're using the Dawn of War deployment zones, which kind of look like this. Let's go check out the armies for today. Here's my 2,000 points of Space Wolves. I have a battalion detachment and a vanguard detachment. For my troops, I have 3 units of 5 Blood Claws, all in Rhinos. I have 2 units of 3 Thunderwolf Cavalry with Storm Shield and Thunderhammers for them all. 2 Venerable Dreadnoughts with Great Wolf Claws and Multi-Meltas. 2 Wolfen Dreadnought with Great Wolf Claws and Blizzard Shields. Bjorn the Fell-Handed with a Twin Las Cannon and True Claw. The Great Untamable Murder Fang. I have an Iron Priest on a Thunderwolf. Wolf Priest with Storm Bolter and Power Fist and Jump Pack, and he knows the Canticles of Hate litany. For my Warlord, I have a Smash Captain, and his Warlord trait is Saga of the Warrior Born. I have a Rune Priest on a Jump Pack with a Runic Axe. He has the Runic Armor, and he knows Fury of the Wolf Spirits and Living Lightning.
I have 2 battalions today. The first is a Demon Battalion. It is strictly Khorne. I have an Exalted Bloodthirster of Insensate Rage with Unrivaled Battle Lust, the Blood Drinker Talisman. My Warlord is a Demon Prince who has the Skull Reaver and Oblivious to Pain. I have 3 units of Bloodletters, 2 units of 10, 1 of 20. The one with 20 has a demonic icon and an instrument of chaos. And I also have a battalion of World Eaters. They are led by Khorne the Betrayer and a Warpsmith. I have 3 units of Berserkers, 1 unit of 10 and 2 of 5. They are all equipped with chain swords and chain axes, with the exception of the sergeants, who have chain swords and power fists. The unit of 10 also has an icon of Wrath. I also have 4 Hellforged Contemptor Dreadnoughts. 2 of them have a Butcher Cannon and a Hellforged Chain Claw. 1 has 2 Butcher Cannons, and 1 has 2 Hellforged Chain Claws. And finally, I have a Terex Pattern Termite Assault Drill.
Space Wolves turn 1 Psychic Phase. The Rune Priest, smouted the Contemptor Dreadnought, getting 3 wounds off, and then Living Lightning did the same Dreadnought, getting 1 additional more wound off. All right, Space Wolf shooting. The Rhino the Blood Claws and the Storm Bolters from these two Venerable Dreadnoughts all fired and killed 9 of these Bloodletters. And then the last one he lost it to morale. Both multi-meltas from these Vinny Dreadnoughts fired into the Contemptor Dreadnought, getting 5 additional wounds off of it, knocking down to 1 wound. Bjorn fired las cannons into this Contemptor Dreadnought, getting only 1 wound off, and I should have just focused down on the one there, the wounded one, but I did not. Storm Bolters from this Wolfen Dreadnought and these 2 Rhinos fired into this Bloodletter squad, as well as the Storm Bolter from the Wolf Priest, and killed 6 of the Bloodletters, and then he didn't lose any to morale because he rolled a 1. And the score after Space Wolves turn 1 is Space Wolves 1 because of first strike. Let's see if Kyle can answer. All right, turn 1 psychic for Khorne. Oh wait. Khorne shooting all, I guess 4 Butcher Cannons from his Contemptor Dreadnoughts, fired and managed to wipe out the one squad. Funny enough, with only 1 of the models, because 2 of the models didn't do anything. And then he killed them all. And then the Soul Burners from here got 2 wounds on the Thunderwolf Cavalry there. Turn 1 is over. Fighting, he only managed to get this Berserker squad in, and he killed the Rhino that was here. He did that was on the second time fighting because he's Berserkers. But the score now is 3-1 because I had first strike for Space Wolves, and then he got first strike as well. And because he killed that squad, he now holds more objectives than I do. And he also killed more because he killed that squad and the Rhino. So score 3-1 going into Space Wolves turn 2. Space Wolf Psychic phase. Right, Rune Priest here smote the Contemptor Dreadnought that only had 1 wound left, so he's dead. Space Wolf shooting. The Storm Bolters from the Rhino and the 2 Vinny Dreadnoughts fired and killed 3 of the Berserkers in that unit there. Both the multi-meltas from these 2 Vinny Dreadnoughts fired into the wounded Contemptor Dreadnought and failed to wound on both of them. Rolled a 2. And then Bjorn with his last cannon, he managed to hit twice, and then he saved 1, and he only rolled 2 damage on the last cannon, which happens more often than not. So only 2 wounds off of the Contemptor Dreadnought. Then over here, both of these Blood Claws fired their bolt pistols into this Berserker unit, killing 1. This Wolfen Dreadnought fired Storm Bolter into the Berserkers to no effect. Murderfang advanced so he couldn't shoot. And then this Wolfen Dreadnought fired his Storm Bolter along with the Wolf Priest Storm Bolter, finishing off the Bloodletters there. Space Wolf's turn 2 is over, and went ahead. I fought with the Wolfen Dreadnought over here because I was worried about him taking out my troops, which are my only means of taking objectives, scoring objectives. So I fought there, and then finished the 5 Berserkers off with the Blood Claws before they could fight back. Over here, it's a slightly different story. He heroically intervened with his Demon Prince and killed the Dreadnought that had charged. Bjorn finished off the Berserker charge. The Berserker unit. There's only 2 there, so that was no issue for him. And then he interrupted with the Contemptor Dreadnought and killed the Venerable Dreadnought that was there. And he also regained a wound. I guess he ate the soul of the Venerable Dreadnought. Khorne shooting is done. The termite drill thingy, the trimmer drill, shot into Bjorn and failed to do anything. The dual butcher cannon Contemptor Dreadnought fired everything into this unit of Thunderwolf Cavalry, killing one and then getting 2 wounds on the other. And the other Contemptor Dreadnought there fired and did nothing. And that's it for shooting. Turn 2 is over, and it was a pretty good turn for Khorne. So he charged the Demon Prince and the Contemptor Dreadnought into the Wolf Priest and the Rune Priest. Killed them both. I spent the CP to only in death to the end the the Wolf Priest with the Power Fist, and I spent it only for Touch of the Wild, and I only got 2 wounds off of the Demon Prince here. His attacking with the Berserkers there completely wiped out the Thunderwolf Cavalry before they could do anything. I did interrupt to attack the Bloodletters. I killed 5 of them, and then he fought back and wiped out the Blood Claws. And then over here, they have 2 wounds left on the Rhino from that Contemptor Dreadnought. This Contemptor Dreadnought consolidated into the Thunderwolf Cavalry here, and fighting from the Thunderwolf Cavalry took 3 wounds off of that Contemptor Dreadnought, so he is down to 7. And Khorne holds more and killed more in this turn, so he got 2 points off of that, so the score is now 5-1 Khorne. Space Wolf's shooting, we took 3 wounds off the Contemptor Dreadnought here with fire from Bjorn, the Fell-Handed, and we killed 4 Bloodletters over here from the Bolt Pistols and Stormbolter from these 2 things. And that's it. Okay, turn 3, Space Wolves is over. And yeah, so over here, I killed a whole bunch of Bloodletters with the Blood Claws, and he fought back with, I got him down to 2, and he fought back, killed 1, And then on the morale, he rolled a 1, which allows him to regain D6 blood letters. And he rolled a 6. So now that 2 has, it's turned into 8. So yeah, there's that. Then over here, so charged Murderfang in, and then he killed the Demon Prince outright. Then he interrupted, spent 2 CP to interrupt, and then fought with the Berserkers into the Wolfen Dreadnought. That is, killed the Dreadnought with the Power Fist alone. And then he consolidated into Murderfang. And then at the end of the phase, fought again, because that's a Berserker thing, and then got Murderfang down to 2 wounds. I was really scared I was going to lose Murderfang there, but yeah, it's still 2 wounds. Then over here, Bjorn fought and got the Contemptor Dreadnought with the dual Butcher Cannons down to 2 wounds, and fighting back did nothing for him. This Contemptor Dreadnought finally killed the Rhino, and then the combination of the Iron Priest on the Thunderwolf and the 2 Thunderwolves here killed the Contemptor Dreadnought that was here. The score is now 2-5 Khorne because I slayed his warlord, the Demon Prince. Whoopsh. All right, Khorne had a pretty amazing shooting because he got the drill to shoot the multi-melta and maxed out damage on the Thunderwolf, on the Iron Priest with the Thunderwolf with 6 on the D6. So he's dead, and then killed 1 Thunderwolf cavalry from the Contemptor Dreadnought over there. And turn 3 and the end of the game, because he's basically tabled me. All I have left is the Thunderwolf Cavalry here and the Rhino. The Bloodthirster came in and killed the Wolfen Dreadnought and the 4 Bloodclaws. He charged Khorne in and to my Warlord, and that was here. And he has Saga of the Warriorborn, so he could fight first, essentially, after he had fought with another unit first, so he got to fight and interrupt, essentially. So he killed Khorne, and then the Berserkers there killed Murderfang, and then consolidated in, and then did the Berserker attack again, and then killed the Wolflord, and who was also my Warlord, so he picked up a point there. This Contemptor Dreadnought fought Bjorn. This one fell back so that he could shoot, and which he did, and killed off one of the Thunderwolf ever I mentioned before. And then he charged in and killed Bjorn before he could do anything. And I have 1 CP left, so I can't only in death does duty end. And yeah, so that's the game, and the final score is 7-2. Thanks for joining us. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Another brutal game for the Space Wolves, and hopefully they can someday win a game.